Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. This is scenario 5.3. We're over at the Earthworks with the character Drelm. We're at this location. On your check that has the electricity trait, remove any one die. Alright, so let's go ahead. Drelm's hand is fine. Advancing the Blessings deck. That's the Blessing of Anubis. And our first exploration is the Agash, who is actually the henchman or the villain for this scenario. So as a trigger, curse, outsider, electricity veteran, so it does have the electricity trait. Check to defeat combat 11 or divine 8. We did not examine this card. The difficulty to defeat is increased by twice the scenario's adventure deck number. This is scenario 5, so that's a plus 10. So if undefeated. Okay, so it's basically a combat 21 check. So let's go ahead and look at our cards. The first thing we can do, okay, so we can have the Death Grip spell is going to be our Arcane or Divine plus 2d8. Ignore any non-villain monsters power that happens after you act. Okay, so we'll go ahead and try that. So it's going to be our Divine skill is a d8, and we have another 2d8 to add to that roll. Then we are going to go ahead and use the Golden Serpent Armband. It says when you play a spell on your combat check, recharge this card to add your strength or melee skill, which is pretty phenomenal. So we're going to be able to add a d10 to this roll. So then our total buffs between the strength and our arcane or divine skill are going to be a total buffs of plus 6 and plus 5. So we're adding plus 11 to this roll. We have to remove one die due to this henchman having the electricity trait. But as it is, thanks to melee and divine skill, our total buffs for this check are plus 11. So we rolled 11 and 9 is 20, and 8 is 28. We only needed a 21, so we have defeated this villain. It says here, when closing, bury an armor, so that's not a problem. What we're going to do now is we don't even have to bother to see if we recharge Death Grip or not, because we can easily recharge our hand and survive this scenario. The henchman has been defeated. Earthworks. So I don't know if that, when I do the next campaign, whether or not I'll continue with that. Seems fairly simple for level 5. But the plus side is that Drelm did complete that scenario in a quick fashion. Let's go ahead and see what the reward. So the reward for that scenario is actually a power feat. So let's go ahead and look at what kind of power feats we can get for Drelm. That is pretty interesting. So he is a Vault Keeper. Let's get that in focus there. I guess we'll have to keep it at this level. One more time. There we go. So we got a Vault Keeper going on for Drelm. So, I mean, the hand size of 5 has really been working for him. It says here, when you defeat or a character defeat a card that has a lock or trap trait, you may examine the top 3 cards of your location deck. I'm going to go for that one, because I think that way we'll be able to get rid of the Blessing of Nethys and open up more Blessing of Abdar. So he's really cool with the whole Vault Keeper stat. Drelm the Vault Keeper, I'm loving it. Let's go ahead and do a quick deck check. I'm going to kind of break it down a little different, because Drelm could go to a trader, but the trader is only interested in items that have level 2. Since he's on level 5, the trader is only interested in items that are level 4 or level 5. So let's do a quick check here this way. This is Drelm's deck. So he has those items. So unfortunately, he only has these 2 items that are level 4 and 5. And he doesn't really, so he has to trade both of these in order to get an item. So as it is, Drelm is not going to trade these 2. Obviously, the Golden Serpent Armband just helped him out quite a bit there. And the Axe of the Imperative is pretty sweet. So Drelm will not be visiting a trader at the end of this scenario. That was a quick scenario. Like I say, for the most part, levels 3 and 4 for Drelm have been pretty dynamic so far. Level 5.1 was awesome, but these last two adventures have been fairly straightforward. Alright, well, we'll see how this campaign continues. I will have scenario 5.4 up shortly. Alright, thank you so much for watching.